Thanks for helping us clean up the battlefield. You really didn't have to, you know. This work ethic of yours really puts... I know this paltry sum doesn't begin to pay you back for everything you've...
Here we go. This is it. Crisis, danger, the Adventurers Guild. Finally, our days of rescuing kittens and finding lost puppies are over. Roll up, youngsters. Join the Adventurers Guild today. In this time of great upheaval, we must What? What? The Storm Terror threat is resolved? I missed the acting clanmaster's speech? Storm Terror should have put up more of a fight.
Long live the heroes. Many trade routes have closed due to the Storm Terror incident. We can cope for now without fresh... I cannot imagine... I hope they get the trade routes...
So Storm Terror's true identity is Dvalin, one of the Four Winds. We never should have forgotten his past sacrifice. Every cloud has a silver lining. We're fortunate that for that, we have you to thank. As long as we have the Knights of Favonius, peace and...
Greetings. May I take your order?
Why so cold? I've always thought that we enjoy quite the intimate friendship. Ah, so you do feel something for me. And people say my charm is fake. To bask in the presence of Mondstadt's new big hero is quite the morale boost.
Sweet-talking, sugar-coated Captain Kaya.
Nonsense. I speak from the heart. Just looking for a quiet spot to collect my thoughts.
While all the other knights are working hard to clean up after the
Thinking can be an arduous task, you know. Believe me, I'd much rather be taking out the trash.
So what you thinking about then?
The Abyss Order. A dragon wreaks havoc in Mondstadt, and the acting Grand Master leaves the city to combat the threat. Strategically, that's the perfect moment for the Abyss Order to make their move. If you were the Abyss Order, would you squander this golden opportunity by sending in nothing more than a few hilly churls? To get to the bottom of it, I decided to wait. So I waited. And watched. Then came the day you made all hell break loose in Storm Terror's lair. Just as the hilly churls' cries sounded from the city gates. That same day, I saw shadowy figures lurking in the city itself.
Inside the city?
Well, all the other knights were outside, fighting the enemy. As you can imagine, that left the inside of the city completely unguarded. Except for me, of course. And so I approached the Abyss Order infiltrators for a bit of... let's call it fraternizing. Through various means, I managed to gather some rather interesting intel. The situation is this. The Abyss Order...
The Abyss Order has a leader?
Yes. And it was this very leader who devised the plot to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war.
What exactly did you have to do to find this out?
Let's just say I'm blessed with certain Linguistic powers. There's more. The Abyss Order has a name for this leader. They call... Now, I'm sorry to cut this intelligence briefing short, but I do believe I spy... I think she's still angry with me for my absence from the defense effort during the attack.
One minute I see Kaya, the next he slipped away. Clear sign of a guilty conscience. Are you sure? Because that sounds like exactly what he'd say to talk himself out of trouble. But let's forget about him. I worked super hard today, and my tummy's rumbling. Let's order. Hi, Sarah. One sticky honey roast, please. Today's recommendation is the steak. So, now the Storm Terror threat is behind us. What are your plans for the next step?
Paimon thinks it's time to leave Mondstadt and keep looking through the 7 nations until we find clues about her brother.
Huh, really? Oh, well, I guess this is goodbye for now. Hey, don't feel down. You'll always be a friend of the Knights of Avonius, and our honorary knight. Wherever you may go, and that's the spirit. Remember, Mondstadt will always welcome you. All right, now let's eat before it gets cold.
That was good. Note to Paimon, Amber's recommendations are...
Of course. Well, I don't trust myself in the kitchen. You can always trust me with the menu. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Jean's waiting for you at the cathedral. It's something to do with the Holy Lyre de Himmel. You'd better head there.
Am I going to get the more?
This is Barbara, the deaconess of the church. She is here to retrieve the Holy Lyre de Himmel.
May the Animo Archon protect you. I'm not really in a position to speak compared to our acting Grand Master, but I still want to thank you all on behalf of all of Mondstadt for your assistance. Fortunately, everything was resolved peacefully. I can't imagine how an all-out war between the military and the dragon would have been.
Now the Fatui have no choice but to keep their mouths shut. They must be annoyed that things didn't turn out as planned for them. This time, they even lost their best excuse to pressure the Knights of Favonius. Diplomatically speaking, they gained nothing, and on the contrary, simply proved just...
Sounds like quite the story. So, we cannot ask you to keep defending the lyre forever. The Seneschal has been pressing me for a while now. Oh, don't worry. I'm not here to collect rent. The church has always received special funding. The Holy Liar! Lord Barbados! Even if I atoned for these sins for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough!
Oh, give it here.
How could this Holy Liar, but how?
Huh? Let Paimon see!
No. I don't know how you managed to fix it, but you'll never touch the liar again!
We, really should get going. That trick I used to repair the Holy Liar. I mean, the magic I used isn't going to hold forever, you know.
What? Who's that, Bard? Hey, don't go!
At last, Mondstadt's rodent ruler in the flesh. Scurrying through the streets looking for leftovers? Mondstadt calls this a god?
Resident rodent beats invasive vermin.
Don't you dare speak back to me, insolent bard. Absentee Archon. How impotent you've become.
That smirky wear looks out of place. Did you steal it from your master's face?
Should have held your tongue. So, this is a gnosis. Wouldn't be caught dead wearing this ugly thing in public.
Beauty is a waste when the beholder has no taste.
Venti!
Well, we have what we came here for. Come, before our dear Favonian friends arrive. Leave nothing for them to find.
Honorary Knight, you're awake! I wouldn't say he's alright, exactly. I found you lying unconscious outside the cathedral and used my elemental powers to heal. That bard awakened first, but strangely, my healing powers had almost no effect on him. This is the first time I've encountered such a patient. But he just said, it's completely normal.
He left? Already? Where did...
The symbol of Mondstadt's hero. That's what he said. I wanted to stop him, but Jean... I mean, Master Jean said to let him leave. How strange.
Paimon remembers Venti healing under that tree before. It's probably due to the connection between Windrise and the Animal Archon. Master Jean has figured it out.
hide amongst the branches is good. I love... I said the exact same thing last time. So you noticed. This isn't something I'm meant to discuss with ordinary... As you know, visions are external magical foci that only a small minority of people possess. They use these... In truth, every wielder of a vision is one who can attain godhood and ascend to Celestia. We call such people allogenes.
Allogenes? Paimon's never heard of them before.
That's because this is a secret that only Archons are privy to. We don't need primitive tools like visions. Instead, each Archon has an internal magical focus that resonates directly with Celestia itself, known as a Gnosis. It's just a glowing glass ball I carry around to avoid suspicion.
So who was that nasty woman who sent Paimon flying and stole your Gnosis?
Her name is Signora, number 8 of the Harbingers. She and the rest of the Harbingers have been given godlike executive authority by the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, and with it, strength surpassing that of other mortals.
The Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya?
Indeed. She is one of the 7. The Tsaritsa who reigns from the Zepelyarny Palace, and the one person that the Fatui Harbingers all answer to. The 7 don't always get along well, but still. I never thought that she would plot to steal another Archon's Gnosis. How should I... 500 years ago, I knew her well. But I can't say the same is true now. You see, a certain catastrophe happened 500 years, but we can save discussion of the Cryo Archon and the Fatui for another day. If you seek the rest of the 7, many difficulties lie ahead of you still. You should head for Mondstadt's neighboring nation of Liyue. The Geo-Archon who reigns there, unlike me, administrates his entire region personally. He only descends once every year to give his divine predictions, which set the direction for Liyue for the rest of that year.
Even so, it sounds like he works much harder than us.
In any case, this year's Rite of Descension is soon to begin. If you miss it, you'll just have to wait another...
What? Oh, why didn't you tell us before? Well, then bye! We're going!
One moment, Windborn Outlander. Just use it gratefully. Or, better yet, treat me to a glass of Dandel Traveler. As you set off on your journey once again, you muster the birds of Tevat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters. They are all part of your journey. The destination is not everything. So before you reach the end, keep your eyes open. Use the chance to... Great! So, that's that for the Animo Archon's admonishments. Back to Venti time. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb. As I said before, vision wielders are known as allogenes and may ascend to Celestia. A Gnosis is a higher-order nexus of elemental manipulation and is emblematic of an Archon's status as one of the 7. But as for which of the 7 took your brother, I'm sorry, I don't know. Wait, as one of the 7, I'm not clear of suspicion yet either, am I?
Hang on a hot second. Tone Deaf Bard is just one of Barbados' many incarnations. Who's to say that...
We're a great team indeed. Say, once you find your brother, how would you like to become one of the new 4 winds?
You don't seem too into it. Hey, Tone Deaf Bard! If being one
If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb.
That Fatui lady didn't hang around, did she?
She wanted to avoid any eyewitnesses from the Knights of Favonius. The slightest slip up here would have destroyed the Fatui's diplomatic relations with the Knights.
So they're just gonna keep acting like Mondstadt's allies as if...
If only the 7 nations had banded together against the Abyss Order and the Fur. The Fatui possess the strongest military among the 7 nations, yet they've used it to steal the Holy Lyre, covet the power of gods, and use Dvalin as a bargaining chip against the Knights.
Speaking of the lyre, didn't Diluc say something like this before? He said that the Fatui can only run amok across the 7 nations, and...
Yes. As I said earlier, the Cryo-Archon has given them authority and strength beyond that of other mortals. The Tsaritsa... I haven't seen her in 500 years. Whatever the answer is, I have a feeling it's only going to make your search for the... If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb. Kaya shared some new intelligence, you say? Oh, I see. So, the Abyss Order has a prince who orchestrated the plan to corrupt Dvalin? They were probably trying to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war for the Abyss. But that said, I have never heard of any such prince of the Abyss. I think so too. Apparently. But how does a prince come out of nowhere? If you want to chat, now's the time. Up till the end, Dvalin remembered his duty as one of the 4 winds. As such, I don't intend to forcibly strip him of that duty, and I just hope that Dvalin will be able to choose for himself. Before I became an Archon, I too was taught the meaning of freedom in this way by a friend. If you want to chat, now's the time. Well then, best be off to Liyue. If the dissension ritual you...
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Ad Astra Abyssosk. I am sorry, but you... Ad Astra Abyss... don't want to add to anybody's troubles. I'll keep this close. A reward on the road. A reward on the road.
Restaurant. Oh, I think I may have overeaten. Try something new. Should I save this money or invest it?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commissions.
Jules from Liyue, come take a look. Jules from Liyue, come take a look.
Be safe. May the animal Archon protect you.
Jules from Liyue.
So, you've got a taste for adventure too. I must say, the patrons have been in a bit of a buzz lately. Though the topic on everyone's lips is more of an urban legend than actual news. Even minding my own business, I still end up...
Uh-oh. It's not one of those scarier... If so, Paimon needs to take a deep breath.
It's not a particularly scary story. It's the tale of... the...
Huh? Did the bartender just say something?
You weren't even listening? Anyway, the Dark Knight hero. It is said that he appears in the middle of the night to fight evil and uphold justice. But to be honest, I don't have much interest in such rumors. Unless, of course, he can help take care of the more belligerent patrons after they've had a... I would happily take that as proof of his existence. I'm told that there have been a handful of sightings, but in the depths of night. Perhaps that... Nevertheless, the sightings confirm that the Dark Knight... If you want to know more, ask around in the plaza.
Dark Knight hero. Seems but just a little dark. Wonder who it could be. Once you're ready,
You want to find out about the Dark Knight hero? Look no further. It's me. I'm joking. Don't take everything so seriously. Jokes aside, I do think that the Dark Knight hero and I...
What's that?
It's the way he sticks to his principles. Coming out here night after night, fighting...
Wow, so you're a nocturnal vigilante too?
No, I just mean he must be seriously rich.
Why is that?
People only start worrying about spiritual fulfillment once they have enough material wealth. It's the same in every hero story, isn't it? No, it's nothing like that. I just have too much time on my hands these days.
Same difference. You are the boss of the Cat's Tail after all.
Why don't you ask the guards at the city gate? They do night shifts all the time. They...
You want to know about him? In fact, I'm one of the few who has seen him with my own 2 eyes.
Great! This is the guy we need to talk to. So, just who is the...
Whoa, slow down. Well, I was patrolling one night when suddenly I saw a gang of suspicious-looking fellows so I quickly hid.
Hid? You're supposed to be a...
That was when he appeared. He was dressed in black from head to toe, perfectly hid. The way he crept up on those bad guys must have felt like a living night.
Wow!
Guess what I did next? I would probably have just gotten in the way as far as the Dark Knight hero is concerned. So instead, I headed to the Knights of Favonius's residence. Correct. I thought surely someone with such a strong sense of justice and who voluntarily protects Mondstadt is exactly the kind of person you'd find in the Knights of Favonius. But it seems I was wrong. I checked everywhere, and there were no signs of anyone having left the building.
So you're saying whoever it is can't be from the Knights of Favonius?
Yes. But I just can't understand. Why would someone like that not want to join the Knights? I'm sure they would warmly welcome someone of his abilities.
So, the point you're trying to make is you don't know...
Hey, don't be like that. At least by talking to me. Anyway, try asking at the flower shop. I heard a girl there's been talking.
What's wrong with me? Why can't I get him out of my mind?
Hello? We'd like to ask...
My hero! Oh, sorry. Just hearing his name gets me lost in thought. Hang on, how did you... Is it that obvious? Oh no. What am I going to do if Master Diluc ever finds out?
Huh? What's Diluc got to do with this?
Well, I guess I might as well spill the beans. I used to think Diluc was the one for me. But ever since the time I was rescued by the Dark Knight hero, I just don't...
Wowee! You saw the Dark Knight hero?
It all happened so fast. All I remember is seeing a flash of fire. But I felt safe. I only saw his silhouette, but it felt so... Perhaps it was fate, you know? When you meet someone and it feels...
Okay, then. Well, so, based on what we know so far, all we need to do is find a wealthy, vision-wielding vigilante who's not one of the knights. Nope, still no. But we already asked so many people. Let's take a look around the city at nighttime. It's getting dark. Let's stick around Mondstadt. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll meet the Dark Knight hero. The Dark Knight hero is Master Diluc?
After managing to steer clear of the guards' patrol route, I never anticipated I'd run into you instead. Dark Knight hero? Sounds awfully derivative to me. Please tell me you didn't come up with...
How is this the first you've heard of the name? Every man and his dog in Mondstadt is yapping about the Dark Knight.
I do not concern myself with idle chatter. Though, I suppose I may take the idleness of others as a sign that peace prevails.
Huzzah! The great mystery of the Dark Knight hero of Mondstadt. Now then, Mr. Dark Knight hero.
Please stop calling me that. Seriously?
Not surprised. It's the stupidest superhero name Paimon's ever heard. You should come up with something more original. Like, Captain... Captain Pyro! Tell us, Captain Pyro, what happened here today?
It was the Abyss Order.
Them again?
I don't know what the devil they're plotting this time. It seems they're performing some initial reconnaissance. Considering that I've proven myself to be one step ahead of them on countless occasions, their persistence is unusual. I assume so, unless you're aware of any other... The Knights are, for the most part, an utterly incompetent bunch. I cannot trust them to take this matter over. What's past is past. I would prefer no- Well, I hope this conversation has been of service to you.
Oh? What is it, Master Diluc?
You must keep my identity a secret. Above all, it is crucial that you do not let the Knights of Favonius know I am connected to any of this.
What's that sound? Yikes! Have the Abyss Order sent backup already?
They appear to just be small-timers. You should have no trouble dealing with them. I cannot afford delays on account of a few lackeys. I shall have to let you take care of... Remember, don't tell a soul.
Hey! You're just gonna leave us like this?
Greetings. I thought I heard something, so I came to check it out. Did you see anything out of the ordinary?
Nope. Nuh-uh. Not here. Nothing. Unless you're looking for the Dark Knight hero, in which case...
The Dark Knight hero? You saw him?
Oh, the Dark Knight hero is,
You! The hero who safeguards Mondstadt from the shadows. On behalf of the Knights of Favonius, I thank you for—
It's nothing. Really, you're too kind.
Wait a second. Aren't you the traveler that just arrived in the city? Rumors were circulating about the Dark Knight hero long before you ever arrived here.
Oh,
Why would you lie to me about that? Never mind. You don't seem like bad folks. But I do hope you will visit the Knights of Favonius soon, where we can discuss the Dark Knight hero situation in more detail. Some things are best not discussed in public. Duty calls. I must be going. Stay safe.
seems like Huffman has something he really wants to say to you about the Dark Knight hero. Better head over to the Knights of Favonius and see if you can find him.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens. From that kingdom came a crowned heir, tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from the Kingdom of Darkness. The first crowned heir began her journey of seeking the pearl. But she was deceived, and the memory of her noble origins faded. She now believed that she was the queen of the Kingdom of Darkness. But take heart. A second crowned heir had already taken up the path where the first had stumbled. This is the story of your journey, of your tale to be told.
it's you two. Thank you for coming. So, the Dark Knight hero. Do you have anything else you're able to share with me? Ah, yes, of course I should fill you in first. Situation is...
Jeez, what horrible handwriting. Let me take a closer look.
Indeed. Although this is written in the common tongue, nevertheless, one can grasp the general message from the non-ciphered port. This is a war declaration from the Abyss Order to the Dark Knight hero.
Does that mean the bad guys from the Dark Knight?
Something like that. Thus, we are hoping to contact him as soon as possible so that, after all, this matter no longer concerns merely the Dark Knight hero himself. It impacts the entire city of Mondstadt. If you find out anything at all,
A war declaration sent by the Abyss Order? This is not good news at all for Master Diluc. Quick, we should go tell him right away!
I take it you're about to inform me of the war declaration from the Abyss Order. I'm aware of it, though I appreciate you for taking the trouble to come all this way.
What?
The Dawn Winery's intelligence network extends beyond commercial matters.
Great! So,
I'm open to suggestions. No. That would be playing right into the hands of the Abyss. They know full well that we don't exactly see eye to eye. They're using this as a means to If my identity were exposed, all my future activities would be After all, no powerful organization wishes to be.
ooh, the Abyss Order has really dealt you a tough.
There is a way. But for it to work, specifically, I need to decipher the obscured portions of.
Obscured portions? You mean the bits Paimon can't.
It must be a cipher only understood by members of the Abyss Order, used to spread messages within the organization. It's not simply a war declaration, but also a notification. When you take a stand that makes you a hero to one party, you also become a villain to the other. Since I've been the Abyss Order's enemy for so long, they've made me the target around which they can rally their troops.
Wow! Seems like it takes a lot of brains to be a superhero.
I understand my enemy well, is all. As the saying goes, heroes and villains are two sides.
So what are we gonna do about the intel that's written in gibberish then?
Simple. When you don't understand something, I've already tracked down one of their strongholds. If you're interested, feel free to.
Astra Abyssosk.
Diona, bartender of the Cat's Tail. I charge a head. Need my help as usual?